Hey guys, what's going on? SE Rocks here with my trusted colleague,
The Doc,
Curtis MD. Gonna put together a little podcast today. Off camera, we were trying to figure out what we were gonna talk about. We had quite a few ideas. I think we're just gonna throw some stuff off the cuff. So this is just gonna be a kind of a hodgepodge of
a potpourri mix.
Potpourri mix.
Yeah,
fun topics. A few things that we were thinking about talking about. We probably not gonna touch on. We're the whole gun debate that's going on right now. We're kind of scared to talk about that, I guess. He's kind of scared to talk about guns.
You know, if you got any opinions on it, they'll put it in our comments. Maybe we'll comment back, maybe not.
Yeah. I know. I think we both feel strongly about the topic.
Yeah.
Don't exactly agree totally for, I don't know, probably 50-50. But,
yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Donald Trump. I know at the beginning of our podcast we said we were going to get political, but it's kind of hard right now in the state of affairs of our country to not talk about something political. But there's really nothing to say about Donald Trump besides what the hell, I guess.
A nut job.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's about it.
You just listen to the guy try to talk and, like, that's our president. You can't put together a coherent sentence to save his life. But he can tweet. He's got some mad thumb skills.
Yeah.
That guy can tweet all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I look at his Twitter page sometimes. I'm not friends with him, but or I don't follow him, whatever. But
I'm not on the Twitters, so I don't do any of that stuff. But
yeah,
they show it on the news enough for me to get a good idea of.
He's something else.
Yeah, it's sad. I don't know. The state of affairs in this country right now are sad, no matter how you look at it. The media is doing nothing but dividing us.
I think
the whole prayer and kneeling thing during football games is fucking ludicrous. It just divides us.
Yeah, I don't like any of that stuff.
My 2 cents on it, and I'll probably get hate. I know I'll get hate, as a matter of fact. If it's not doing anything to affect your life, why does it matter? Does watching those players stand during the national anthem affect your life in any way, other than it might upset you?
Not my life, but I think it does other people.
How?
I'm not other people, so I can't.
But how would it affect?
I don't know.
Veterans, like, okay, they're taking it as disrespectful. Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
But does that mean that something that somebody does that disrespects me, how is my life and my feelings any different than anybody else's? So
I agree with you on
you
that,
shouldn't be able to. I don't even have an example. You shouldn't be able to fidget with that pen because I find it disrespectful. So
well, we can have a civil conversation about it.
But we can't. That's the problem nowadays. Is people can't have civil conversations.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you on that one.
It's like my feeling and opinion is what matters. Yours doesn't, and that's what.
Yeah, I think that is a lot of problem.
It's about division. Yeah. Call me a conspiracy theorist or a psycho nut job, but the government does nothing but divide us. Everything you see on the news right now, we got the prayer and kneeling thing, completely dividing the country. Gun debate, dividing the country. Nothing happens that brings us together.
It seems like they're trying to go for an all-out just war.
Yeah, there's
like a civil war type of deal.
I feel that way too, because you have, I don't want to say right wing and left wing, but everybody is so, I can't think of the word.
Like this way and that way?
Yeah, but they're so, God dang it. I don't know, so like into their just like, rah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
so into their cause.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. Yeah. We're all people.
You can't have a common debate. It all turns into a shitstorm.
Yeah,
usually.
Exactly. People do not want to listen to somebody else's opinion.
Yeah. And
that's... I absolutely hate the term snowflake. I get called snowflake at work sometimes.
What the hell does that mean?
Snowflake is somebody who... The actual term, the meaning is someone who can't take somebody else's... Like, if I'm talking to you and I don't agree with what you're saying to me, and then I just, like, get pissed off or whatever...
Oh, well, I know a lot of those people.
But yeah, but I just hate the term snowflake because it gets thrown around now. You don't even hear it until last year.
I never even heard of it ever.
Really?
No.
It's on the news and everything.
No.
I don't. I hate that term. Just because I don't agree with you, don't call me a snowflake. Like,
yeah, have a nice debate. You ain't gotta argue and piss each other off.
Yeah, every person on the planet has a different opinion, a different personality. We're not going to agree on everything, but that doesn't mean that we can't debate and find common ground.
Yeah.
Like, I work with this guy who was in the military. He's retired military. He's pretty right-wing. He was completely anti-Obama. He likes Donald Trump. He also believes in conspiracy theories, so we go into the rabbit hole together sometimes at work. But he's also really religious. Like, he's a Bible thumper, and he'll say that himself. But he's the type of person that, like, okay, we don't find common, or we don't agree on something. He'll sit there and listen to my opinion on it, and you can tell he's actually listening. And then at the end of the conversation, he'll be like, okay, you have a point there. Maybe I can see it from your side. Like, he doesn't just shut you down.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I wish more people were like that, but I don't know. It's either it's a my way or the highway world we live in now.
And it's not good for our children. Like,
no.
Any kids growing up in this time right now, I feel sorry for, because not that we had the best environment to grow up around, but like,
I think it was that bad.
It wasn't, especially compared to now. Like, one thing I brought up at work one time was how, like, do you know your neighbors?
Yeah, fairly okay. Not enough to...
Like, would you go next door and just spark up a conversation with your neighbor?
Yeah, probably.
Would you?
Yeah.
See, not a lot of people would do that. Like, people don't know their neighbors anymore. Like, I live on the same block I grew up on. I live in the same property that I was raised in.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for the family that lives around me, I don't go talk to my neighbors.
Yeah.
And it's sad. Like, I feel like I'm part of the problem because I don't go. Maybe my neighbor needs some help doing something or whatever. And I think that's something we've lost. Not that everybody did it way back in the day either, but we knew our neighbors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, as kids, we would run around the block and hang out with the other kids and stuff, and that just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I don't say I could carry on a conversation, but it's a friendly, hey, how you doing?
Right.
I pretty much know everybody's name around here and stuff, but it's not like, I go over there and talk to them.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, you'll be cordial and I live next to a store where like everybody knows everybody,
mm-hmm.
and in passing, like people don't even say hi or. Yeah. It's just I'm gonna get my stuff and go. Like, I don't know. It's just sad.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
I don't know. And my next door neighbors that I grew up with, played with their sons my whole life. Like, I don't even go over and visit with them, and it's sad. I think I probably went over there like twice in the last year. But it goes both ways. I mean, it isn't all on me. I mean, everybody else can.
I think a lot of people just want to kind of keep themselves and not ruffle feathers. I think that's kind of what the deal is.
What, are you ruffling feathers just by talking to your neighbor?
No, I'm just saying, like, just, you kind of...
I see what you're saying. I mean, I like to
stay on mine and
stay
we'll
to
just chill
myself
out.
more than anybody. I'm like the biggest introvert there is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still think about that, though, and I think that, like, people, that doesn't even cross people's minds to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Pick a topic.
Oh, jeez, I don't know. I ain't got much to talk
I don't
about.
know. What else is going on right now in the world today?
I don't know.
How about that sports team?
Which sports team are you talking about?
The Tigers. How about the Tigers rebuild?
Terrible. They should have got rid of Ausmus years ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think blaming the manager for a team that can't hit is like blaming your butthole that you can't poop.
Clean house.
If you're going to clean house completely, but it's not Ausmus's problem that our team can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really follow baseball really that much anymore, like I did when I was younger, but I just see clips here and there or read something, and
it's always
Ausmus. If the Tigers are in the playoffs, then I would jump on the bandwagon, but
right.
If we were talking football or hockey, I could talk for
we'll get there too. But my whole thing is everybody's calling for Ausmus's head, which he has announced that he won't be coming back next year, but they did the same thing with Leland. like they're losing, and oh God, Leland doesn't know how to manage. They run Leland out, and now they're, well, God, if we had Leland, maybe we would have went somewhere. Like, it's not the manager's fault that your team's not hitting or working as a team. Like, it's just
but it could be. He's like he would be like the CEO of the company, the chairman.
But he's not out there hitting. Like, it's his job to make sure the game is running.
You gotta have the wherewithal to tell these guys that, maybe you're in a slump right now, but we'll get you out of it. And you got to be able to talk to these guys.
But, okay.
And massage your egos. And
you have to be able to manage.
Yeah.
Right, but do you think...
Put guys in the right position at the right time.
Put Joe Torre in as Tigers manager. Joe Torre's the first manager I thought of.
Yeah.
Would he have done any better, do you think?
It's hard to tell, but he might have.
Maybe a little bit, but I don't think...
I don't know.
Our problem was our players are too old, they're too overpaid, and we just needed to rebuild. That's all.
Do you think that's a good one. Do you think sports people are getting paid too much?
Way too much. It's ridiculous.
Wrestlers too?
I don't know exactly.
Because I think you should... Yeah, they are over...
Wrestlers work all year long.
I know.
Sports players, like Matt Stafford, highest paid player in the NFL.
Yeah,
doesn't play every single play of a football game.
Who the hell thought of that?
Insane. Quarterback should not be the highest paid player.
No.
I don't know. That's just the money they make for sports is ridiculous.
I think if you can go out and get the money, go out and get the money.
I can't argue the fact that if they can get it. I'm arguing the fact that they shouldn't be paid that much for what they do.
Yeah, but it's not. They're making so much money off this and that, off TV and internet. And
I know.
Else, but
it's not going to change.
It might as well go to the athletes rather than the
the CEOs,
the GMs, and all them.
Well, they're still getting it too.
Fuck nuts.
The NFL is insane.
Well, I'm just talking about hockey. It's hockey, baseball, basketball. Pick a sport. Guys should be able to go out and get as much money.
I agree that if they're going to get paid, get paid. I mean, I wouldn't say, oh no, that's too much money. I don't want that.
I wish I had it in front of me right now, but there's a hockey player that just signed. I want to say it's $80 million over 8 years. I think he may be one of the highest paid. He's still a young kid. Mm-hmm. He hasn't really proven himself that much.
Yeah, I mean, if that's
really,
the case,
really good first round pick, but. Dude, if you can go get the money,
I get it. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't turn it down. I just think it's ludicrous to think these players are getting paid $850,000 per play.
Yeah.
Like, really? And tickets cost so much that, like, I can't go watch a game.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. I don't like that.
Since the Pistons moved to the new arena, I'll never be able to go to a Pistons game again.
Probably not.
I've never been to a Lions game.
Yeah, me neither.
I would love to, but I can't spend $70 for a nosebleed seat.
Yeah, I don't even know how much tickets are for a Lions game.
I don't know. I was just assuming.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I'd like to go see the Lions, win or lose.
Yeah, it would just be a good experience.
I've been to a couple Wings games. They've been pretty fun. I got lucky, and the 2 times I went, they both won. And the second time I took John, and they seems like they were down like 4-1, either at the end of the second or somewhere. Maybe going into the third period, but they ended up coming back in the third and winning 5-1.
Right.
Or 5-4 and something like that, 6-4. But
yeah, that's it.
I missed most of it. I won't tell you the story.
Oh yeah, I remember.
John, you'll know what I'm talking about.
It's not your fault.
I did watch it on TV like the next day, but yeah.
I haven't been to a Tigers game in I think 3 years, but the last one we had went to, we were down in the 7th inning by I want to say 3 runs. And it was like hot. It was middle of July. It was like 100 degrees. And it was me and my girlfriend at the time, Draven, and his buddy. And I was like, we're just going to go so we can beat traffic. And as we're like walking to our car, you hear the crowd go nuts. Cabrera hit a 3-run homer and tied the game. We ended up winning. I don't remember what the score was, but that was a bummer.
Yeah. That one
sucked. Yeah, it was crappy. But yeah, sports players, they make too much money. I can't. I would take it, but when there's, I don't know, the people are starving and these players are getting millions of dollars, it doesn't make sense to me.
A lot of them do help out charities, though. But
yeah, but donating $1,000 really.
Well, I think a lot more. They do a lot more than that, but yeah, some of them probably.
Some of them do, but speaking of the Lions, would be undefeated this season if it wasn't for a terrible call. Well,
it's not a call; it's a rule. I remember Remember
rule.
when we argued about the Calvin Johnson rule?
Yeah, but that's different, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just bad. You can't run out the clock if you make a bad call. Like, that's your guys' call.
Yeah.
That's the ref causing the game. I mean, if there's anything that shows that, that's the ref causing the game.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy, and I was talking about how I watch hockey a lot, and if say there's a scrum in the blue paint, and the referee don't know where the puck is. Say it went in, but he still don't know where it is. He won't signal goal, or whatever.
Right.
He'll blow the play dead, and go up to review.
Right.
That's what should have happened.
Yeah, exactly.
And hockey's got a way right on a mile or a litany of things, but go upstairs, have them do it. They have a central base in Toronto. The announcers and stuff call it the war room, but that's
right.
where they have every single game going on that night with like at least 2 people per game watching the game to determine calls and everything else. But let them take care of it.
Yeah.
Don't if you're not 100% sure that either guy crossed the line with the football or scored a goal or the home run went this way inside of the pole or this way inside of the foul pole, don't call it.
Yeah.
Take it upstairs. I would wait. I don't want to wait 20 minutes for a call, but I want the call right.
Yeah, make the right call. And put the time back on okay, we screwed up, here's your 9 seconds.
Yeah, I could care less if they train a monkey to go out there and call hockey games or basketball games. As long as he gets the calls right.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. Get the calls right.
I feel different about baseball, kind of, because, I don't know, I like the old school feel of baseball. Like, I don't want technology to take over more than it already has. Like, I absolutely hate the rule of you don't get to intentionally walk a guy no more. Like, you're not going to do 4 pitches, you're just going to...
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird, too. I didn't
like that.
They're just trying to speed up the game. It is awfully slow, and I think that's why I don't watch it.
Baseball's super slow, but don't take away... that's taking away the chance that it happened, I think, the same year that they were getting rid of it. The guy was doing an intentional walk, threw it, catcher missed it, and a run. I mean, you still have that. It may not happen often, but...
I've seen that. Well, 2 examples I've seen where guys can still get a hit on the ball.
Yeah, reach over and hit it,
And I've seen ones where the catcher went out to go get the ball, then at the last second, he come right back down, and the pitcher threw a strike.
Down, right? Yeah,
and the guy's out.
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Yeah, but
I've seen a guy steal. I've seen a guy steal home on that. The guy's reaching out, goes, and they're nonchalant on those intentional walks, and the guy steals home.
Yeah, but I've seen that before. I thought, they shouldn't have got rid of that. They're just trying to speed up the game.
Yeah, I'm fine with that for the most part.
It's all about this. They're losing
exactly.
this. So.
Revenue. But Anthony Zettel, the West Branch man, is tearing it up for the Lions.
Yeah, what do you have? 2 sacks last week? 3? 2.
2 sacks and forced fumble, I believe, and 4 tackles.
Way to go, Z.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
I don't want to really jump on the hometown bandwagon, but you have to when he's amazing. Was he second string last year? Maybe got in a couple games, and this year he's starting.
Yeah.
And, making a difference. It's crazy. Just goes to show that you can come from a small town and make it, I guess.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't mean to glass over Anthony Zettel there, Gozy, but I got my hockey program here that I got for the season, and I was thinking about what about fighting in hockey? I know you're not a hockey guy at all, but what do you think about fighting in hockey?
Like what? Like that's the only part of hockey I know.
Well,
like that's the only part I'll watch.
I don't know. Do you think it should be allowed in professional sports like that?
I like watching baseball scrums. I mean,
yeah, but I don't.
I guess I don't know what you mean. I don't have a problem with it.
Should fighting be allowed in hockey?
it's part of the sport. And that's
Yeah,
that's how I
too.
feel. I don't.
There's a lot of anti-hockey fight people.
I can see that, but I mean, it seems like from what I've seen, the refs are always right on top of stuff. As soon as the guys hit the ice, they break it up. So I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I watch a lot of hockey fights on YouTube, a lot of old school fights from like the 80s and 70s and stuff when they had bench clearing brawls, and some of those got really, really, really nasty.
Right.
But for the most part, I'd say 90% of the fights that I've seen, you'll see guys like, you know, when they're scrumming and they're done, they'll give a guy a pat on the back or, you know, a good one.
Yeah, there's still like a mutual respect there.
Yeah, there's definitely a fight rule book.
Right, like a code of honor.
Code of honor. That's exactly what I was looking for.
Right.
I've heard guys that have been mic'd up while fighting and say, you know, I got a bum shoulder, and the guy will go, which shoulder, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
wow.
It gets that.
Right.
You know,
that's crazy.
There is like you'll take like a Steve Yzerman. He's retired now. McCarty's job and Probert's job was to protect Steve Yzerman.
Right.
Steve Yzerman was the star. They paid him a lot of money so he could score goals and win. So Probert and McCarty, and there was a few other guys.
Yeah, so that was our podcast. It got cut short a little bit there. Going to have to do some editing, get it together. But I hope you liked our hodgepodge of goodies and baddies, I guess. Leave some comments. Maybe we can get an amicable debate going on about the gun stuff. If I can talk him into delving a little bit deeper and not being terrified of the consequences of talking about it.
Probably not, but we'll see what we can do.
I think we probably
Please comment on this. Though.
Yeah, just give us your thoughts. I mean, we can have a cordial disagreement on something and just talk about things.
Yeah, I think so too.
Appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, share. Let's try to get past 20 views. I think 5 of them are probably me. So
yeah, we got a couple down to shoot too. We got one on music that's still in the editing bay.
Yeah, putting that together. That'll be up by Sunday.
Yeah.
I think we had another one too.
Yeah, we did it on the top 5 wrestling as.
That's up though. That's already out. That's out there. Yeah, just watch our videos, guys. We need some views. Come on.
Yeah.
85 for James Dillinger. Let's go. Come on, we can do better than that.
Yeah.
Got aliens, Bigfoot. You just heard us talk about 12 other things on this one.
We gotta beat James.
Gotta beat James.
James, we're gonna beat you.
We're coming for you. We are the resistance.